Yes, we're back with another rider, another episode. Today we have Richard, born in Ghana, brought up in London, and now he's going back. He's gone back to the mother country and he's got himself a good position. But we've been talking about investing in Africa, so obviously that's my other sister podcast. And he's got a story to tell. So nice to have you here today, Richard.
Cheers, mate.
So what age did you come to England?
Well, I came to England when I was 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many years were you here for?
Oh, for a long time, up until 2021, that I decided to move back to Ghana.
So what age did you leave?
I left around, let's say, 38.
You're that old?
Yeah, I am.
You look really good.
Thank you.
So what was you doing working here?
So, well, in UK, I was in the British Army.
What is it? What regiment?
I was in REME, Royal Electrical and Mechanical
Yeah,
Engineers.
I know them.
Yeah.
I've been in the Royal Green Jackets.
Oh, wow.
Then I went to RLC and then ended up in Marines.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
You're
So
the hardcore man.
did you go Afghanistan?
Yeah, that comes to my story. I went to Afghanistan in 2012. You know.
Oh, so you went there after we left?
Yeah. Herrick 16, I was there.
Okay. Was that your first tour?
That was my first tour. Yeah.
Okay,
That was my first tour. So obviously, when you go, you pack up all this money in the bank account and all that. And so when I came back, I had huge sums of money. I was a young chap. I didn't know what to do. I said, okay, I want to buy 2 plots of land in Ghana, build myself a house for future, you know what I mean? And I had an uncle. Uncle, if you're hearing, I'm very sorry. Uncle went down to...
Wait a minute, he stole from you and you're sorry?
You know Africans.
Go on, anyway.
So I sent him the money to get me 2 plots of land, get all the paperwork done. Got back from Afghan, visit my parents and my siblings in America, all ready to go to Ghana to see my plot of land to start building. I got there, there's somebody building on the other plot. I'm really sorry, I'll go you 1 plot. Guess what? He was building on the other plot. Yep.
So was the plot in your name or his name?
Oh, no, it wasn't in my name. So he bought one, and he bought one for himself.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you sent him the money.
Yeah.
Did he send you any documentation?
No, I mean, I trusted him, so I said, don't worry.
He still needs to send you documentation.
I've got a document for 1.
Yeah, but he should have sent you a document for 2. If
yes.
he said he bought it, it's all right. That's a document for 1 plot.
Yeah.
Because it says the dimensions on the international grid.
Yeah. So I had my African cap on, dealing with trust. My uncle. It's not a distant uncle. This is the person my mother come right after him. So like blood uncle, But yeah, it is what it is.
And what did your mum say?
Well, there was a war for about 2 years, but it's all settled now. He sold the plot and he vanished for about 2 years, and we got to know that he's in Germany. So
he vanished. So he sold the plot,
yeah.
Took the money, went to Germany.
Germany, yeah. I haven't seen him since, but he's called to apologize.
He did?
Yeah, he did in 2017 when I had my second child, yeah.
What did you learn from that experience?
Well, don't mix family with business. There are a lot of professionals currently in Ghana, real estate, who's acquired the land legally, and then you can just, Google it, find them, check the reviews, pay your money, they send you the documents. Don't do what I did. I did it based on trust. So right now, I've got a house, but I should have got 2, innit?
And how many bedrooms is your house?
Oh, it's huge. It's 6 bedrooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many kids you got?
I've got 3. Firstborn is Aiden. Second is Tony. The last one is Hazel. Okay. She's only 1, yeah.
Okay, that's good. What would be your advice to somebody who wants to invest in Ghana?
I think there are a lot of opportunities in Ghana at the moment. It's a developing world, so there are lots that you can see in UK that you can actually invest. Like Uber, for instance, is a hot cake there. Real estate, find places where they are not choked. Accra is one of the most expensive cities in Africa. You can buy a 4-bedroom house for like $2 million. You wouldn't want to be in the cosmopolitan. There are other places, very nice, fresh air, fresh water. You can get it cheap. and now you can build a house there and sell it. Also, IT, fantastic. People doing these Uber Eats and all that. We don't have it in Ghana. So that's a clue for people who want to visit Ghana and get this done. In terms of huge business, railway has been the headache of the government.
Are they working with China?
China came in with huge sums of money, but I think people were not interested because the barter trade was to take all our bauxite and they build all our railway. So people were not quite interested in that.
So the government told them no.
Yeah, unfortunately. But there are other.
Do you think that's unfortunately?
I think so.
Why?
Why? Because one, we could have negotiated for a good deal. China would have built all our railway deficit. Depending on the negotiation, maybe they want it for 50 years. We can say, oh, maybe do it for 25 years. They want all our bauxite. We can say we have enough bauxite. We're not going to give it all to you. Maybe we're going to give you a quarter. What about that? People get what they want. Business goes on.
Wow.
What do you think?
I think that's really. I'm glad you're not the president. I'm glad you're not the president.
People are struggling.
For a start, no. What's the unemployment rate in Ghana?
Well,
30%, 40%.
I would say about around 45%.
Okay. All right. Now, you've got all those people. Why can't they build a railway line?
Yeah, that's a good question. But before,
You heard of Thomas Sankara?
I heard of Thomas Sankara. I read
rest
about
in
Thomas
peace. I love
Sankara.
that guy. I'm gonna have a picture of him on my wall along with Gaddafi and certain other people.
Yeah.
He got the nation to build a railway. Women, young people, old people, everybody. And he said, "Come with your pots and pans."
Oh, this is.
And they used that. And they built
I
a railway
I
in 4
disagree
months.
with you.
Why?
I disagree with you because there are two things promoting democracy and there are two things promoting autocracy. We are practicing democracy. People got right. People have the right of work. So I love Sankara. I love his idea. Now, number one, Sankara didn't come to power through democracy.
Yep.
He came to power through military coup. And that is what is the deep root devastation of Africa. So let me finish.
Go on.
So you cannot have a democratic elected president signing an order that everybody, if you are unemployed, should be forced to build railway. That is way 1940s things. That is not happening. So you have to find other ways to get things done.
But my point being is this.
Yeah.
When I said he got his population to build, you automatically took it like he got the whip out and said...
I know Burkina Faso. I've read a lot about Sankara.
Okay, so my thing is this. For a start, all our African countries, were based... We got independence through force.
Yeah.
So what you're singing, to me, doesn't hold water. Now, if you look at the fact that Ghana has many different tribes and many other countries have many different tribes, so for us to get them on the same page, you have to do certain measures at certain times. Now, it's a thin line to being an outright dictator or bad dictator. So don't believe all bad dictators are bad. Look at Gaddafi. He looked after his people in many great ways. Free healthcare, free education, free fuel for your cars, and all the rest of it. So to me, if you want, we're building railway line. It's very simple. I'm explaining to the people. We're building a railway line so you can connect different villages and different parts of the country and enable for trade and goods and commerce. The railway line built by will be nationalised, so it will always be affordable for everybody. Do you understand? But these are the things that need to be done to get you going. It's like being the head of a family. Your father would say something, and even your mum would think, but everybody's got to do it, and then everyone's better off.
Yeah.
And then you go back.
You've missed a very important aspect.
Go on.
You need to have the technical people to be able to do that. That's number one, which we are lacking at the moment. That is why we are in the Scholarship Secretariat. We are currently sponsoring a lot of young people to come to UK, to come to United States of America, to go to Japan, to go to India, to learn the technical know-how. We're giving ourselves about 5 years. Most of these guys are coming back to help. Now,
do you make them come back? Or?
Yes, there's a bond that you need to sign to come back.
Okay, fair enough. That's good. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, so the point is, what I was saying is that number one is you don't have the technical people to do it. Number two is, do you have the money to construct the railway? Now, this is Ghana, where only 25% of our population pays direct taxes. All the rest are informal, they don't pay taxes. So if you're a government, your revenue and the demands, they do not match. So you need to find other avenues to make it work. And that is, I think, a good deal with China, with Russia, with America, with UK, whoever brings the best deal. We can get it done with the support of the locals.
How about this? And this is somewhat of a compromise.
Yeah.
You guys build it yourselves, and there's enough Ghanaians. You can't tell me there's not enough Ghanaian engineers already around the world working. You appeal to them to come back, you pay them a good salary, whatever, come and help build up your your tribal country, or however you want to see it. Yeah. In the meanwhile, any natural resources get sold, because natural resources are people of the land. It's not one person.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That money comes to the equipment needed to build your railways.
I get you.
And then once your railways are built, you can stream, even reduce the amount of natural resources you're selling off to other people. Do you understand? You control it, dictate it, do all these different things.
Do you know how much I earn?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I didn't know you existed until 9 minutes ago.
So a whole month, there's a guy with 2 degrees, 2 masters, and I'm getting less than $1,000 a month. Tell me an engineer in UK, railway engineer, on 100K a year will come to Ghana to do this work. So there are a lot of things that need to be done before we can see this. We have options, but there are other options that people will not likely to take.
But can I point out something, Richard?
Yeah.
That's easily solved. You know why it's easily solved? Because the same money you would indebt yourself to the Westerners or the Europeans and all these things, selling your bauxite and doing all these other things, you would invest in your own people having a certain salary for coming back to building up your country. You're selling bauxite anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
So the deal, we are building the refinery in Ghana.
Now, I agree with that. That's what you should be doing. All your natural resources should be sorted out in your country. I agree. We're both on the same page. But what I'm saying is, you need to empower people in such a way that they can
feed
those people having a job.
Yeah.
And you're showing the diaspora, you need to come back. We're going to pay you, because there's also a patriotism. So a lot of the diaspora want to come back, but they say there's no law and order, there's no this. Okay, if you really believe these things, this is what we're doing. Do you want to be a part of it?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I agree with
and
you.
all those kind of things. And that needs to be...
We just need to try and promote more patriotism in Africa.
The money's there.
Yeah,
it's there because you've got the natural resources.
I agree with you.
So you can get... if you can get engineers from Europe who are, let's say, white or not Ghanaian heritage, you can get Ghanaian engineers from Europe the same way you're investing already. So you're investing people on a bond, but you could just as well reach out to people. It's the same way you invest in people on a bond. You could just also reach out to people who are already here and say, you're an engineer, you're a social worker, you're a chemical engineer, you're this. Can you come back home, please?
That's a good plan. I mean, we are working on that.
So. Yeah, you're talking to your president. Tell him an ex-slave generation wants to come home too.
Oh, you better come. All right, thank you so much. I enjoy myself.
Wish you well. We hope that episode enhanced your life. We post an interview every day, as well as vlogging on our social media channel. Don't forget to subscribe to get our latest episode.